What's up, George?
Not much, Ben. How you doing?
Good. What you got? What you got for us?
All right. So
Everybody!
he got the clip. He got the clip again this week. That is enthusiasm at its best.
Check this out. Look,
I have a lot of things up, but first, I heard you've been watching some movies. Oh, check out that shirt. It is the main man, king of all monsters, the
Godzuki.
Gojira.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want that shirt. I'm gonna have to buy a shirt like that, and we're gonna have a Twinkie show where we both wear the same shirt. Because one of my Godzilla shirts is already faded, and it's really I'm sad about it. Yeah, because I wash my clothes too much.
It's expired.
It has expired. It was
washing your clothes it's a good thing to wash your clothes though.
I do. Yes, it is, especially in Texas.
Recommended.
Yes,
especially everywhere, dude. It's like 100 degrees here.
Not in Alaska. In Alaska, you don't have to wash your clothes. You live just like the bears. You just throw it in a river and you swim over it, and the shirt's clean.
Hey Google, what's the temperature in Alaska? 63. All right, we got to be up there. I think
that's river swimming weather.
63, and it's daylight until like 11 o'clock there too.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So no crime. There's no crime because the sun never goes down.
There's a lot of bear on bear crime up there.
There is. We needed to start a fund to stop the bear on bear crime.
There's a lot of bear on bear. There's also salmon on salmon crime.
I don't like talking about that. It just when are we going to stop keeping our pescatarian brothers down? That's just it's not right. So
what
movie?
Yeah, so we watched What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, because we've talked about the show a couple times, and I love that show. It's so good. Some very funny moments in it. I really enjoyed it was good stuff.
Yeah. So I thought Taika Waititi was hilarious as the dandy vampire, and the one Russian or Slavian guy who did the erotic dance for his friends. I thought that was I'm doing an erotic dance for my friends, and you really interrupt me.
Right. He's got like the European mesh shirt on.
In the bat fight. Oh, the bat fight
was cool. The guy ate the chip and then he was vomiting everything.
And this total movie stealer is I can't remember his name, is the guy that's human.
Stu. Yeah.
Stu. And everybody loves Stu. And Stu basically, he has like 4 lines in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And he just, love Stu. By the end of the movie, it's like, Stu's the best. It's like the most boring of everybody.
They loved him. Everybody. And he was at when he was at the vampire party, when there were zombies and vampires, and they asked him, what do you do? And the guys describe, I'm a software engineer. And they all go, he's a virgin. He's a virgin.
It was awesome. I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I was glad that Stu came back as a vampire too.
As a werewolf.
As a werewolf. Yeah.
Spoiler alert! Oh, whoa! Don't tell anybody. If you haven't seen what we do in the shadows, or what they do, is it what we do in the shadows? Or
it's what we do in the shadows. Yeah, the movie version.
Yeah, go watch it.
It was really good. Highly, 5.9 stars out of.
Did the whole family enjoy it, or was anybody like?
Yeah, everybody watched it. It was good. Yeah, everybody had a giggle, and I like they used the theme music. The intro music is the same as the show, so that's cool, nostalgic. It's a great song.
Well, the guy who played the Beast. And
the drawing of the Beast has got like a penis and it's like coming out of his belly button. You're thinking it's like this horrible thing. It says X.
Beware the Beast.
The Beast.
So that guy, the Jermaine, I think his last name, I want to say it's Clement, but I always get it wrong. But he and Taika Waititi wrote that movie. He is in a band called Fly the Conchords, which is a New Zealand comedy duo, musician comedy duo that are fantastic. And they had a TV series, which was also great.
Which the HBO one, the Flag Death, what is it
called? No. That's a new one. The one I'm talking about is actually him, and I can't remember the other guy's name because I have the memory of a goldfish.
Well, what's the story? What is it?
Oh, hey, Ben, how's it going?
They work in a supermarket or what? What is the
concept? They're a very unsuccessful band that live together. They're here from New Zealand trying to make it in New York. And they're dating girls and all that stuff.
What is this, a TV show? I don't know what are we talking about?
The Flight of the Conchords, which is
I thought that was a real band.
It is a real band. They're comedians, but they parlayed their comedy routine into an HBO TV show years ago. And it was very, very funny. You probably would enjoy it. If you enjoy What We Do in the Shadows,
I do.
You'll probably enjoy Flight of the Conchords, because it has 2/3 of the cast.
Well, there's another show that's on HBO now called This Flag Means Death or something.
This Flag Means Death.
Yeah.
And that stars again Taika Waititi and Rhys Darby. Rhys Darby is the guy who is the head of the werewolves.
I got a good idea for segue too. I have a great idea for segues.
Just have an actual segue, like do a screen wipe with it?
That's too literal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's your idea for a segue?
You'll see.
Okay, excellent. So I had a fan in this room.
Ceiling fan.
Let's see if we can get her up there. Oh,
there it is.
Goes. There it is, right there.
There's the Devastator. What is that? Like a prison window that you have behind you?
Exactly. That's how the warden can keep track of me.
Is that where they put the food in? They have like a little slot.
Exactly. Yes, that is where they feed me. It is, yeah. Actually, it's where birds like feed me food. It's like the opposite when like you put food out. Boot out for birds.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the birds, they bring me like worms and feed them to me through the windows. This apartment is littered with earwigs and spiders. Cool. Both which are creepy crawlies that I don't really enjoy the company of. But I have a little like a little sauce little container, and I tried to capture these animals in sauce
set them free
and then transport them outside.
Well, no wonder the birds are giving you food, because you're feeding them. This is like some kind of
the circle of life.
It's a consensual arrangement that you have with them. Consensual is not the right word, but it's okay.
I want everybody to notice this dot here. I don't know what that is, but my guess is it's going to give me diabetes. Oh, too late. So anyway,
do you have more insect stories? Because I have an insect story.
No.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't prepared for you to do a soliloquy on insects this evening.
Well, you were talking about insects. So I was,
yes.
Yeah. Last week we had no power, no air conditioning, no power, no water, nothing.
Do you walk around naked?
Nah.
Oh.
I don't want to scare anybody. Anyway, so my insect story is I walked into the bathroom downstairs and I washed my hands, and I look over on the wall by the light switch, and then I look back like ring, because there is one of those big, huge, I don't know if you have them in Texas, but these big, huge, hairy centipedes. They've got like a million legs. Oh, they're horrifying. And it was just like hanging out on the wall there. I'm like, what in the world? And I don't like these creatures, and they give me the creeps. So I dry my hands on the towel, keeping an eye on it. Like, I'm going to get a piece of tissue paper and like scrunch it. And then I thought better of that, because that is also a horrifying feeling when you scrunch all those wiggly legs. And it's like, it's the nastiest, and it makes the crunchy sound. It's like, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in the other room. I'm going to grab the vacuum. We have one of those animal vacuums. It's like 6,000 Dyson, miles per hour or whatever. I go in, it's right around the corner. I go grab it. I come back in. It's gone.
It has turned into a firefly.
I'm like, I'm looking around like, shit, where is it? I'm looking up, down, because they can go on the ceiling everywhere. It's probably on the ceiling now. So I'm like, oh man. So I start looking around for it. I've got the vacuum ready. It must be, I moved the garbage can. It's not there. I look down between my feet, and there it is.
Right that's
like, oh shit.
That son of a bitch.
That son of a bitch. I got that vacuum on it so fast. Boom. All right.
And then I shipped them off to Newark.
That is it. I made sure to run that thing. It's got like a clear plastic. So when the bug goes in there, it goes around like a whirlwind, like a carnival ride from hell for that thing. It's beating you. Bam, 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 bam. You can hear it hitting the thing. And just to make sure that I put it in the garbage in the garage where it's like 8,000 degrees.
So just on a side note there, me and a buddy of mine who is a mechanical engineer worked on designing what I call a bug cup, which is a device would be used to capture insects and possibly venomous insects and crustaceans or arachnids, if you will,
and then crush them.
And not crush them. The whole design is like at the very edge of it's box shaped, but it has a lever on it, so it opens
and that crushes them.
It crushes them like the will of man and the woman. It crushes. No, so
like the crumb,
crush them like eggshell. It just destroy them from inside out.
So you worked with an engineer on that, and then what happened?
And then, as all things, I just kind of petered out. I'm like, that's a really good idea. And he's like, yeah, I think it's a really good idea. And it's like, yeah, okay. Went to bed. That was it. The idea.
I've seen.
But I got a patent on it in my mind. Yeah. Maybe you can convince me to do that, just like you did with this show. So there you go.
I ain't doing that. I don't want to. What, I want to get more involved with insects? No. Okay.
Repopulate the world.
Speaking of insects, at the end of the driveway, they have these 2 pillars with lights on top, and they're
caterpillars.
They're bricks.
Oh, pillars. No, I'm sorry.
Pillars. Yeah, pillars.
That's what we call caterpillars down here.
Yeah, they have. That's weird.
I'm joking. We don't do that.
Anyway, they're brick pillars. But when they did the brick pillars, I guess they had bricks left over. So we have a brick covered mailbox. Like our mailbox is this huge thing covered up. And in the summertime, for whatever reason, it is like the place to be if you're one of those giant cave crickets. So you go outside to get the mail at nighttime and you bring a flashlight. You better bring a flashlight, because you get out there and you shine the light on the thing. It's covered in these giant cave crickets. Last night we came back from the store. I had to run over to Walmart to get some Gatorade and stuff last night. So it was dark when we got home.
Crickets.
We pull up to the mailbox and I go, hey, Jen's my wife. And I go, hey, Jen, do you mind getting the mail? And she's like, are there going to be crickets on there? I'm like, yeah.
You betcha.
And she's like, sorry, hon. Yeah, she's fine though. She's fine. She survived the cricket attack. So
excellent. Yes, they can be vicious.